playing with the white pieces, and there you see how Yifan really wanted the white pieces. She just bid 5 minutes.
Wow.
And now it is how Yifan that needs to win with the white pieces. And Divya, well, she just has to hold tight. What do you think How Yifan will be opening with? Will we see her continuing with e4, or is it now time to unleash some kind of
E4.
opening surprise? Mhm.
E4.
E4. And
Yeah.
Divya, what is she going to open with? C6, the French. She's played the French before. She's also played Sicilians.
Good question. I think it goes with Sicilian. I mean, there was not too many things wrong. I mean, she had her chances.
Mhm. Yeah.
And there is
Yeah.
always an opportunity. I mean, there is always a chance. And if she has the self confidence that whatever happens, I will get an opportunity. I will have my chances. I just have to be patient and focused and grab that opportunity what is given. I think she can make it. But of course, 348 means a lot of self-confidence, and also that she desperately wants to go for the black pieces choice. That there is no way that Hui Fan can go under that.
No. And I was just thinking about the potential openings. That well, there we're seeing d4 from Ho Yifan. She's
Okay.
going back for the Jobava London, because you have two strategies. You can go all out for the win, play very aggressively, or you can play like a very tight game, keep the pawn structure locked, keep as much tension as possible, and you win on time. You just flag them down. And yeah, this is again very tense game. A lot of possibility for Ho Yifan. She maintains that bishop there on f4, says, hey, if you're going to make the trade, improve my knight.
Okay. She keeps her time advantage. Positionally more pleasant for white for sure.
It's looking nice.
What about
It's
queen e3 and
looking
queen d4? Always a
very
question, what
tempting.
piece to put on d4, yeah? The knight or the queen, or yeah, it seems like she wants the knight. But knight g4, queen f4.
Yeah. Look, I was thinking queen d2 was the way forward, because black couldn't play d4 on account of tactics against h7. But knight goes to d4, and now the queen is going to come over to g5. And sure enough, it appears. And Ho Yifan has a very, very pleasant position. But again, keep an eye on the clocks, because Divya is playing with that time deficit, but she does have that draw odds. And remember, there is no increment whatsoever. It's Armageddon.
But the queen on h4, I don't think it stands so well. I mean, is it really white is so happy to play f3, queen f2 back? It's like the queen dance.
No,
Right?
it's
Queen
not
g5,
great news. But on the
queen
other hand,
d6.
Divya is
It's more pleasant.
using up
It's more
time.
pleasant for white. Yeah, I understand. King f8, rook e8, h5 at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a big deal
And
here. How
now,
does white going to be winning? King e7, king
well,
d6.
it's the clock. The clock is going to be the big factor on this, because
But
there's
you
so
see
many
that they are
moves that Ho
blitzing.
Yifan can play. Yeah,
I like
but each
g4.
move that Divya
I
wants
like g4.
is gonna take some time. And then you can go rook h1. You can flip over to rook d1. Knight to f4 is now on the air, and I like what Ho Yifan is doing. Okay, knight goes back to e2. Go
Absolutely.
to
Knight
g3.
d4,
Then
knight
go
of
to f5.
knight d3. Oh, knight
Okay, now
e5
knight.
blunders too. One move.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no, but she can go knight g4, knight g4.
no, because the h6
Oh,
pawn
yeah,
falls as
yeah.
well.
This was a big
Yeah,
blunder.
everything is collapsing. Yeah,
Big blunder.
and it was because Divya was forced to just play as quickly as possible because she couldn't afford to drag out the game. So she
But
just was
this
careless
is
with
what
one
I
move.
meant. This is what I meant, that when you play bullet, it's extremely difficult to go back to even 5 minutes or 4 minute game, I think. They both played
Hmm.
incredibly
Yeah,
fast.
they did. And Divya, well, she just has to draw, but this is certainly an uphill battle. And How Yifan, 2 pawns up, she just has to keep control. And Divya's doing all the right things,
Actually,
right? She's
sorry,
trying
actually
to
it's three
use
pawns up.
mobilize the look. Now it's 3 pawns, yeah, because she went a3. And I thought that the rook would take on a3, but nope, didn't get the time. Yeah, and How Yifan just keeping the time difference as well. And the thing is, the pawn is weak on g5. The white king keeps. Oh, Divya's been tricky. Knight to c4 check, and be careful.
Absolutely. She's kicking.
Hmm. And
Knight e5.
How Yifan, yeah, she wants to set up rook to e1 just to keep maximum control, so she can go knight to b4 and then just pounce on the weak pawns. But she can throw in a check.
Rook a8, rook
Divya.
e1. Oh, she goes here. Well, takes rook e5, grabbing the pawn on g5.
Hmm. Yeah, and that one should be very straightforward rook and pawn ending, especially when white will be several pawns up over on the right side of the board. She throws in a check and takes on b7. Yeah. And How Yifan well on
Okay,
her way
technically
to
you
winning
still have
this.
to win.
Yeah, but it's just a case of just marching over the king. But how are you going to mobilize the rook without allowing checks? You probably have to go c4.
Well, this is a question. You have to come back with the king, and you go rook b8.
Hmm. You can go rook
Rook
b6 as
c2,
well.
very passive. Well, it's hard to ruin it with white, right? So even if you go rook c2, you can always come out.
Yeah.
Maybe she
You also
wants
can inch
check and
forward with d3. And now it's
well,
time.
time
She
is
can mobilize
going.
the rook.
The king. One
Hmm.
extra minute
Yeah.
for who you found.
Yeah.
The two extra pawn is
You
more
move one.
painful, I understand, but
Yeah. And but she has a choice, right? She can go rook to e8 and just pick up on. But somehow there's some hesitation there from Ho Fan. Now she goes c4. But no, but this allows counterplay with d4.
well, d4, yeah, she takes and rook a2,
Mm,
king f1. Now she goes all the way to g3.
yeah.
Still, she has to prove it. She has to prove it.
And now how is she going to break through? Well, she can go g3 and f4. So you
After
can.
g3, rook f2. That's a draw, I think. If no, rook
Yeah, but
f5 is not a draw, but rook b3 would be a draw.
now she gets f4. And now this is
But
exactly where
this is
Ho
also
Fan
not
wants to be.
not always so simple. If you can go cut it the king and go behind the pawns, but of course she's not allowing that. You can
And
always go
but the
wrong,
problem is,
but king
the,
h4. Yeah.
and this is the issue. The king will just lead from the front. Now the king will go to g5, and Divya is playing very very fast, but it's not enough. Okay, some now you can go rook g7. Little
Yeah,
trick. You
this
couldn't
was an
take the rook
obvious
because of
try.
stalemate. And now the rook just swings over. Now you go, and now you can just go rook c8, rook b, sorry, rook b1, rook c1. Ah, no, this is it. And Yifan, she promotes, and this is the game that gets her a spot in the semifinals. Yifan wins in Armageddon. She wins on demand, and she will be the one facing Katerina Lagno in the semis. But what